Alright, so first day Prague, outside our Airbnb, and it's overcast, it's cold, but it smells really nice. Why does it smell so good here in Europe? Now we're walking to the public transportation to make it towards the main square and the clock tower. Actually, we're gonna go to the museum and then walk from the museum to the clock tower. Our Airbnb is located in a very residential area. I'm thinking mostly locals live here, but by the looks of it, nobody's outside, man. It's totally dead. It's a Sunday, so people are probably taking a day off, relaxing, resting. Very, very peaceful day. And I think these buildings here are Soviet era buildings, I think. That's where we need to go to, Latvia. But I think we go underneath this bridge and get to the other side. We got best factor here in the city. They only have an escalator to go up, not to go down. But this guy's go downstairs, so I guess they think it's harder to go up than down, so walk down, right up. Alright, so this is where we're going. Metro C. Okay, that's it right there. Let's see if we can make it. Almost. Let's go. Go. We just made it. I had to make a quick decision, but I think this is the right one towards Haji. And let me see the stops we gotta do. We're in Latvia, and the next stop should be Kobilisi. See, if it's not Kobilisi, we're screwed. If it's this one, we need to get off, because then we ride all the way down to museum right here. Next stop, Kobilisi. We're good. We're on the right one. Alright, so that metro got packed. It got really packed. So we're out now, we're going to the museum and then walk into my old stomping grounds. I used to work here. I lived here for 2 months in Prague, and I worked in a pub crawl. I sold tickets for a pub crawl in the main square. So I'm gonna take Nati to my old stomping grounds where I used to make money. This is the Museum of Prague, and I've never been inside. My apartment that I used to live in is this way, and I would always come walking down this side of the road to the main square, and I was always walking super fast. I was most of the time running late. So I'll be power walking through here to get to work. Back in the day, man, 15 years ago. One thing I'm noticing here is from all the cities that we've traveled so far, this is the one with the kind of gaps or holes, whatever, in the sidewalks. The less well taken care of. Another thing I'm noticing is that just first day here, walking out of the Airbnb to the main part of town, and it's dirtier. It's dirtier than other cities, dirtier than Krakow, Budapest, Ljubljana, all of them basically. But I think this is the most popular tourist city in this area of Europe. But a lot more homeless people, unfortunately, and it smells not as nice. So I miss the food here. The food is always good. It's hearty. It's beef with some kind of dumpling or some kind of bread. I'm not sure which it is, but it's delicious. So right now we're looking for a restaurant. I think I found a good one. But I just remember when I was living here many years ago, there's this one place that I walked into and it had meat, and I ordered a meal for me, and it came with a huge platter of meat. It was so good, so delicious, but I couldn't finish it. I would love to find that place again here in Prague. It was actually a caveman theme thing. The waiters and waitresses were dressed like cavemen and cave women, and for a good price too. Now again, this is my first day back, and I haven't really got to check out the prices yet, but I'm hoping it's still very affordable as it was 15 years ago. We'll see. But there's just as many tourists as I remember back in the day. This city has always been popular. The sun's coming out. Excellent. It does smell bad here though. And I think it's worse than 15 years ago. It just smells like pee, marijuana, and garbage. Alright, so there's the restaurant we're going to up ahead. These chimney cakes are everywhere. On my very fast, brief research, I found this place, Havelska Koruna. So it's got mixed reviews, but let's go check it out. It's right next door to Hooters. I didn't want to walk further, but by making the choice here, we have to wait in line forever. And it looks like what you have to do is pick your food, and they mark it here on this little paper, and then you pay at the end. But it's packed. Hopefully it's not all tourists. Hopefully it's locals. So that means it's good food. If it's just tourists, then who knows? Okay, so here's the food. Goulash with bread, dumplings, I believe. And another bread, beef soup. We got lentil soup right here. And we got a pork schnitzel with a potato salad. Absolutely delicious. I can't wait to dig in. Food finished. Very good. Very good food. Filling. Hearty. Alright, so my food, Nati food, and the beer cost $21. It's not bad because I'm actually really full. It's going to last me hopefully all day. Alright, so we're almost to my old stomping ground where I used to work and sell pub crawl tickets to tourists. And I was good. I was good at my job. The Starbucks. How many times I used this restroom when I was working here? We used to call it the American Embassy. Alright, coming into our plaza. Ah, no, what are they doing blocking it off? I think they're having a marathon today. But there's the famous clock. And I used to stand over here in this area as people walk by and approach them and see if they wanted to go on the pub crawl. Look at that castle. That's beautiful. Stag party. And on the pub crawl I worked with, we would take them to 5 bars and then 1 club. And I would always get off at 5 in the morning from work, right? After I'm done with the pub crawl. And I'd walk this way home I'll come to this street and walk this way, and I would always see girls from England passed out drunk on the side of the road, on the side of the street. I would see guys super drunk walking while pickpocketers are robbing them blind as they're walking. All kinds of stuff you see at 5 in the morning in Prague after a pub crawl or after a night's out for people. It's a crazy city, man. It's a really crazy city here. So I still have some Polish money, like maybe 60 Polish zloty, and there's an exchange house right there. But I just remember that here in Prague, there's a lot of scams when it comes to changing your money. So what I'll do is I'll just save that money. I'll put it aside somewhere, and then in the future when I come back to Poland, I'll just use it at that time. That's what I do. I have a little baggie full of money from around the world that I just save until I go back to that country. Honestly, I'm not liking the city because all the people, man. So many people. Too much. I prefer Cracovia. We're about to come to Charles Bridge. So that guy back there that was begging, like with his hand out and stuff like that, that's something that they've been doing for many, many years here in Prague. And I remember when I was doing the pub crawl and I was guiding a bunch of people, some guys from, I forget where, I think from England or something, just the frog jumped him, like jumped over him like on his back. Not that guy specifically, but one of the guy like that. And I had to scold him. I had to put him in their place, man. That's very rude. But here's the Charles Bridge. So this is the Charles Bridge, and it's actually the oldest stone bridge here in Europe that dates back to the 14th century. And there's a total of 30 statues on this bridge of religious meaning. And there's a legend here that there's a headless horseman that comes here at nighttime looking for his head. Not sure if that's true. You'd have to come here at nighttime to find out. But it's beautiful. But if this bridge was built back in the 14th century, it is well made. I mean, how many tourists per year cross this bridge walking, and it still stands? Man, I know some buildings around the world in some countries that are maybe 15 years old and they're about to fall down. And this is from the 14th century, man. That just speaks for itself, that the architecture of the past. Look at that, these statues are so old. You can tell just by looking at it. Or this one here just recently got washed, because the rest of the statues are all black. Like this, all black. From soot, I guess. They're all touching the dog for some reason, and it's interesting because the dog is totally clean, and the night's dirty. So you can see how many people have been touching that dog. But what's the reason? What's the story behind this? So I honestly think these chimney cake things are not Czech, because I don't remember seeing them 15 years ago all over the place. I think it's something from another country, and they just brought it here because it's always a good business. They're everywhere now. Of course, correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, so I've never noticed this stairway here on the Charles Bridge. Let's go investigate what it's about. I wonder if it's free. But there's so much tourists, there's so many tourists outside, and nobody walks up these stairs. I noticed a few people up on the top of the bridge, and I thought, you know what? Let's go see if we can get up there. It's totally silent. What a difference. There's the bridge out there. I can't believe this is free. It would suck if we climb all the way to the top and then we have to pay. Yeah, ticket office. Yeah, gotta pay. Paid area. Hello. Oh, fucking hell. Ow. Look at this. I definitely hit my head right here. That hurt. Jeez. Check that out. So, this is the non-paid area. But they have that guy standing post, so you can't walk in. They put a cushion on that door. I'm pretty sure not just me. I'm not the only one that hit their head. This is the free area. Telling the story of the bridge. So they put these cushions here for people like me who don't look. I just hit my head again. Ciao. So this is the entrance right here to go up to the top. It costs 190 of their money, which is about $4 each person or so. And it looks like people were smaller back in the day. That's why the doors are so tiny. So watch your head. Watch your head. Honestly, the city is amazingly beautiful, but it's not my favorite city. Too many freaking people. This is probably the easiest metro that we've been on so far. In all the cities we've been visiting here in Europe, Prague is the easiest metro to maneuver. Not too complicated.